doctor and a medical doctor in the NHS. You're welcome to my channel today. If this is your first time in my channel, this is step-by-step lab explained, and it's a channel dedicated to helping international medical graduates with their registration as a medical doctor in the NHS in the UK. So you're welcome to my channel. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. This is to ensure that you don't miss out on any important videos, and you're also notified when we release a new video. Thank you very much for being on this channel today. So today I'll be talking about pathways to becoming a consultant in the UK, and I'll be comparing the two major pathways, which is the Cesr and the CCT. Cesr means Certificate of Eligibility for Specialist Registration. Certificate of Eligibility for Specialist Registration. That's what Cesr means. And CCT means Certificate of Completion of Training. So those are the two broad pathways, although there are a few other pathways that some people could use to get registered as a specialist in the UK. So what does CCT mean? CCT pathway is basically the structured residency training program to becoming a specialist. It is the structured residency training program to becoming a specialist in the UK, and this could take a number of years, could vary from 3 years as a GP to 7-8 years when you do internal medicine training. So it could vary that much and could be longer in some cases. And the good thing about this pathway is that it is structured, and you have targets that you need to meet. So it helps you because it is structured. You know the things that you have to do, you know the competencies that you have to get signed, and there is usually annual review of called ARCP, which they check every year if you are meeting your minimum target. And if you keep meeting this and you keep passing your exams, you are definitely going to progress to becoming a specialist. So that is one good thing about it. So it is structured, it is organized, and it is reviewed, and your performance is reviewed annually till you become a consultant. So that is very good. That's one very good thing about this pathway. Okay, the disadvantage of this pathway is that it can be very stressful. A lot of times you don't get to choose your shift. You work all shifts in the hospital, and it's very rigid. It's a very rigid program, and it can be really stressful and tough for some people. So that's the downside of this pathway. But the CSR pathway, it's a pathway in which you acquire specific competencies. This pathway is people that have been registered as a specialist in some other countries. So if you've been registered as a specialist in some other countries and you want to register as a specialist in the UK, they expect you that you gain some competencies and you get it signed off. So there are different requirements for different specialties, and when you meet this requirement, your application will be reviewed and a decision will be made whether you qualify to enter into a specialist register. The good thing about this particular pathway is you get to choose your contract. You get to choose the hospital that you want to work with, unlike in the CCT pathway that you keep rotating between different hospitals. Some of these hospitals can be very far away from where you live, but in the CSR pathway, you choose which hospitals you want to work with. You are very flexible as regarding your shift. You choose the shift that you want to work with. I mean, it's so flexible, and it's usually good for people that have families and some other things that they want to do, and they have families they want to look after. This pathway is very, very good for them, and that's one of the major reasons why some people prefer to go through this pathway. So it's good in terms of flexibility, and it's self-paced. So you determine what to do part-time. But the downside of it is that because it's self-paced, there's a chance that you are not meeting the targets that you're supposed to meet. Also, apart from this, another major issue with it is that at times some people may not get signed off as a specialist in time. you could get your application rejected. But unlike the CCT, if you pass the exams, you are not likely to get your registration rejected. So because some of these things are self-paced and some of the competencies are self-paced, some people may not get to meet their required competencies, and it could be very difficult to meet your required competencies. So that is the downside of the CSR pathway. And another major downside is it's only recognized in the UK. It's not recognized elsewhere outside the UK, unlike the CCT that could be recognized elsewhere outside the UK. So those are just the pros and cons of each of the pathway, and it's left for you to decide which one to go through. Both consultants, specialists that achieve the specialist registration through the CCT and through the CSR pathway are both recognized as specialists in the UK, and there is no difference in terms of their responsibilities or what they are expected to know. They are both specialists in the UK. They can both apply for consultant positions in the UK. Okay, so thank you for watching my channel today, and look out for our next video. Thank you very much.